Russian soldiers are claiming that they've made a hideous discovery inside Ukraine, where they say that children between the ages of 2 and 7 are being raised in factory farm conditions before the attractive ones are sold as sex slaves to elite paedophiles, and those who don't find buyers are carved up like discarded waste as their organs are harvested and sold for use at European and Israeli transplant centres. In video footage from the front lines of the Russo-Ukrainian war, a visibly emotional Russian officer describes children being treated as if they're livestock, piglets or rabbits, by their Ukrainian captors around the town of Izium, where the discovery of a commercial-scale child organ harvesting factory was reported.
У меня группа, да, получается, собирала детей по Изюму, маленьких от 3 до 6 до 7 лет, и привозила именно вот этот пункт. Там их раздевали на 1-м этаже, а на втором их разделывали. Как ненужный материал, их просто хранили там в ямах или куда-нибудь возили. И вот эти ребята, они, знаете, говорили, как будто они как будто какую-то скотину завалили, поросенка или там кролика, да. Ну, они, да, привозили, как будто какая-то ферма, понимаете, плантация, там, забирали органы. Слышал об этом, но не верил. Пока своими глазами не увидишь, не поймешь. А когда увидишь, не простишь.
There have previously been more disturbing claims about Ukrainian factory farm children made by Russia. According to the Kremlin, the Kiev regime has been earning hundreds of millions of dollars per year by raising children in degrading factory farm conditions and selling them to the highest bidder on the international market. No questions asked. It is understood that most of the buyers are wealthy paedophiles with elite connections. As these children do not have identities or official papers, they are a paedophile's dream because, in a legal sense, they don't exist. Western media and intelligence arms have been quick to dispel Russian claims about Ukraine's child factory farms as the latest Russian disinformation campaign. Ukrainian and Western press outlets alike seem to have sprung into a fit of CNN-like Trump derangement syndrome circa 2017. There is a whole elite-funded media industry, including fact-checkers, working hard to convince anyone who will listen that any claims out of Russia are fake news. As Putin recently said about the US media, either they don't understand the damage they are doing to their own country, in which case they are simply stupid, or they understand everything, in which case they are dangerous and corrupt. So, which is it? Leave a comment in the comment section below and tell us what you think. Are the mainstream media incredibly stupid, or are they intentionally trying to destroy America? The globalist elite really like to rub our faces in it. Consider the irony of President Vladimir Putin being indicted by the International Criminal Court on charges of abducting children from Ukraine and spiriting them across the border to Russia and safety. Putin has been denouncing the globalist elite's crimes against children for decades now, in particular warning the West that the elites are waging an active campaign to normalize paedophilia. The globalist elites will never forgive Putin for resisting their siren song and rejecting the New World Order. The fact the ICC chose to indict Putin on crimes against children says it all. Given that we know the globalist elite like to mock us, an expression immediately comes to mind: revelation of the method. In his book, Secret Societies and Psychological Warfare, Michael Hoffman explained why the elite like to rub our faces in it. The alchemical principle of the revelation of the method has as its chief component a clown-like grinning mockery of the victims, as a show of power and macabre arrogance. When this is performed in a veiled manner, accompanied by certain occult signs and symbolic words, and elicits no meaningful response of opposition or resistance from the targets, it is one of the most efficacious techniques of psychological warfare and mind rape. As the globalist elite have gained in influence in recent years, the revelation of the method has become increasingly obvious. While in the past the elite operated in complete secrecy, now they seek to operate in plain sight. In WEF-infiltrated New Zealand, a judge declared that 12-year-old children can consent to sex with adults. You heard me correctly. The case in question featured a 45-year-old man whose defense centered on the claim that his 12-year-old victim wanted it. According to the middle-aged man, the 12-year-old pressured him for sex. New Zealand has fallen, but they're not the only country. Emmanuel Macron was re-elected as president of France in an election widely regarded as suspect. It's perhaps no surprise that he is also one of Klaus Schwab's young global leaders, and France is also normalizing